Hey guys, Internet Dude here again. Hey, in a previous video I'd just briefly mentioned about my floor mats, and I ordered up some new 3D MAXpider mats. I just wanted to talk briefly about why I'm changing my floor mats, because I had done a previous video on these Tesla all-weather mats. So I guess first off I'll just kind of show you the main reasons why I decided to get new mats. Now, if you take a look at the passenger one here on the front, you can see the right side kind of fits okay. When I showed you this mat before, back there was a gap, but that gap actually kind of got bigger, oddly enough. And then at the back there, at the firewall, that gap got a bit bigger too. Like if let me just change it here. So you can see, like, it's pushed up here, it's pushed up over there. Like, it's just, I think it's actually curling up a bit. So now let's take a look at the back one here. So if we look back here, this is definitely curled up a lot from where it was when I installed them, and even back along there, it's kind of hard to show. If we move along to the driver's side, now that area was curled up even when I installed the mat, and I'd contacted Tesla about the curling issues because I wanted to see what they'd say, because it turns out that WeatherTech had redesigned the mats and put a smaller lip around the edge. So I think that would actually help with that curling issue. And they had told me that, or they had asked me for pictures of the mats installed, and I sent them pictures, and they basically told me I had them installed wrong and that they needed to be installed underneath these little these metal brackets here in the bottoms of the seat. So even after having changed how the rear mat was, I still have a lot of curling. And in addition, there's that curling on the front. Let's just take a look at the driver's mat. So here's this driver's side mat. If we take a look, you can see it's actually, it fits the best out of all of them. Maybe curled up a tiny bit at the back, but the driver's mat still fits well. Yeah, so as I mentioned, they updated the design of these mats, and just based on the pictures that I've seen online from the Tesla website, that edge back there doesn't come up as high, yet the front edge here on the firewall does come up higher, so you get more protection from boots and feet up there, and it probably takes care of that curling issue. Like if you take a look here, I'll pull this back. You can see what happens. It's not really visible there, but there you go. See what happens with these mats is a lot of dirt accumulates back there because it doesn't fit super tight and it doesn't come up high enough. Okay, well, let's take a look at the new mats. So here's the box the new mats came in. It says 3D something expert in car accessories, MAXpider mat, absolute grip on carpet. Brand new product, car molded mats, 100% waterproof. I'll flip it over, there's more information on the back. So you can see here they talk about the different layers. This was kind of a selling point to me. You have the surface layer. They say 3D design with professional equipment to perfectly match each vehicle application. Okay, well, that's very similar to the wording of the WeatherTech mats in terms of, really good fit. Then there's an inner layer that's waterproof, shock absorbent and sound insulating barrier, and a bottom layer, non-slip MAXpider backing keeps mat in place. Fashionable design, protective heel pad, 100% protection, durable, dirt proof, safe and environmentally friendly. So I'll pull them out here so we can take a closer look. Okay, so as you can see, I ordered this set of mats that includes the front row for the Model S and the rear row, or second row. So it comes with 3 mats. As you can see, they do have that molding, that shape, kind of like the WeatherTechs that are in there, but you can see they come up higher on the front, and then on here, this is the bottom side of the passenger front, and you can see that comes up a lot higher as well. Now, the black version of these mats is a lot easier to find. Because I'm in Canada, I contacted all the retailers and wholesalers I could find on these mats, and nobody could get them for a Tesla in Canada. And even, when I looked at some of the places that sold them, they only had them in black. So to buy these for the Tesla, I can get them in this tan color. I forget exactly what color they call it. I had to order them from the US and have them shipped to a friend in the US and then get them from there. So we'll just take a quick look at them. The first thing you notice is they're really light. They're really lightweight. This top layer here definitely looks waterproof. Like, it's rubbery, and they call it kind of a fake carbon finish type look. And if you look at it, I could kind of see why you might think it's kind of carbon fiber, especially if it was black. 3D is the manufacturer. So that's the top layer. The middle layer you obviously can't see, but here's the bottom layer, because this one's upside down. But I can't show this to you really, but you can feel that it feels like Velcro. It's if you move your hand in one direction, it's pretty scratchy. You move your hand in the other direction, it's soft. So what this is supposed to do is really grip on to the existing carpet. I'll zoom in a bit here and see if you can see anything at all. Yeah, I don't think that really gives you enough to tell what's going on there. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so since it's just floor mats and you just gotta take the old ones out and put the new ones in, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that off camera. Okay, the Tesla all-weather mats made by WeatherTech are out. Let's take a look at the 3D MAXpider. So putting them in was quite easy. I just didn't want to show you because I had to vacuum and all that stuff. But let's take a look here. You can see how they fit. Interestingly enough, there's going to be no way they say, oh, you don't have the rear mat installed right, because they have much nicer cutouts around those seat brackets. Just come along here. Oh, I moved this seat back just for installing the front one. But you can see the overall fitment is better. All the way around, I'm really pleased with how they fit in there. Now let's take a look here. Like, notice if people were getting in the back seat before, there was a big lip here to kind of catch snow and stuff. And now this, because of the way this is shaped, it's really, really tight and pushed in there. So it's going to make a big difference, I think. I think this will actually catch all the dirt and slush and snow. Let's take a look at the front. So if we look at the front, the fitment on this one is definitely better. So we'll take a look over there. Definitely fits a lot tighter. As you can see at the front there, it goes up way higher. So that's really good to get that extra protection there. One thing I did notice about the fitment is right along here. Let's see if I can get a better view. It doesn't quite sit all the way back, so I'm not sure if I can trim that, or maybe I'll try and tuck it behind the kick panel. I'm not sure yet. I really haven't really played with that yet, but I did notice, just due to the flexibility of this, I don't think it's going to curl up at all. Like, I think it's going to just lay flat and it's going to grip onto the carpet and be good. And same with this edge, like, you're not going to be able to drag in a lot of dirt and get caught around the edge. The fitment is much, much nicer. when you look at the color match of the tan here and the tan on the seats, it's not like perfect match, but it looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the driver's mat. So we'll take a look at this one, and the fitment on this mat is excellent. I'm really happy with it. And again, you can see up at the front it goes up much higher, and there's no fitment issue there against that kick panel. It fits really nice and snug and tight, and I think they'll be easier to clean too. So my verdict at this point is that these are definitely a better quality mat than the WeatherTech Tesla all-weather mats. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check out the details on these, obviously. They come in a few different colors, black and tan, and I think they also make a gray. Fitment is really awesome. Color match is pretty close. You kind of have the harshness of the dome light right there. But otherwise, I'm happy with them so far. So instead of just ending the video here, I'm going to come back in a week or two after I've used it, and we'll see how they're holding up. Hey guys, well, it's been actually more than 1 or 2 weeks. It's actually been 8 weeks that I've had these mats installed. So let's take a follow-up look. So as you can tell, they've definitely been used, and they're holding up really well. Obviously, they're a mat. I'm just going to bring in that other light here so we can take a look. It has a really, it's a really white light, so it kind of makes the color off just a little bit. But as you can tell, really overall, it doesn't look this bad in person, but I mean, it looks pretty dirty. I'm still kind of undecided if I would go with black or the tan if I was doing it again. Undecided. So anyway, let's take a look at the fitment. This is the right front mat. You can see the fitment is still really good. It's doing a good job of holding the dirt in there. And if you look at the front, I'll come back a bit, you can see that it comes up much higher and definitely protects a lot more. In terms of that fitment issue I had over there, let me just set the light down. If we take a look, the mat is still kind of curled here a bit onto the side. I didn't actually trim it. I thought, well, I'll just kind of leave it alone. We'll see what happens. But turns out it's really a non-issue. It just kind of curls there and sits there. There's just a tiny bit of a gap here. And if you were worried about it, you could do something about it. Personally, I'm just going to leave it alone. So let's move to the back. So here's the second row mat. We'll look again at the edge. You can see that's a really tight fit. Definitely gives a lot more protection. There's no curling whatsoever. In the case of the WeatherTech mats, actually you can see there's a rock and a bit of debris, or the rock there anyway, that with the WeatherTech mat, that rock and obviously other dirt and pebbles and stuff would be underneath the mat at that point. So you can see it does a really good job of protecting. Fits up nice and flush with the back of the front console. In the back here, because it's used a lot less, pretty rarely actually, you can see that overall the dirt level is definitely decreased compared to the front, and looks quite good even though it's just a little bit dirty. Over here on the driver's mat, let's take a look here with my light. You can see the fit is very good. Again, really tight along the side there. Let's look up at the front. Yeah, doing a great job of protection. And again, it looks quite dirty, really, because I have the light on it. It normally doesn't really look, doesn't bother me. There you go. So I noticed this video is getting kind of long, so let me try and wrap it up here. I would say I definitely think these are the best Tesla mats out there. The reason I say that is because it has the nice big lip on the side. They're lightweight. They're very durable. Like I say, if I had to do it again, I may go for black this time instead of the tan color. It's really up to you what you pick, but there, there you can see the tan. The one thing that I thought was a little bit funny was someone commented that these mats were the color of cardboard. I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Now I'm going to think that every time I get in, but actually it doesn't bother me. Anyway, I definitely like these mats. I would absolutely recommend them. As I mentioned before, check the description below because I have a link to where you can buy them and read reviews. It's Amazon. Anyway, if you have any questions, definitely leave me a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'd be interested to know, what you think of it, these mats, and even if you have the WeatherTech mats or the Tesla mats, what do you think of them? If you have the old ones or the new ones. Anyway, thanks for watching.